CVA's AccuraSeries, Agara barrels for guaranteed accuracy, nitride for guaranteed rust proofing, and a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
This segment's being brought to you by 3rd Regiment Game Calls, friends, family, and faith in the outdoors. One call at a time.
All right, welcome back everybody. This week's Picture of the Week is being sponsored by the great folks over at Flowers Garden Center and Deer Processing. You can get down there and see them. You still got a few weeks left to get a couple of deer and get them down there. Get the finest snack sticks or breakfast sausage. I've got an array of different things. As a matter of fact, there's some in the back of the studio right now that I've had to fight Dayton off of already. I'm taking home tonight. So, but guys, get down there and see Flowers and tell them thank you for everything they do for us here at the show. All right, our first picture here tonight. We've got some good deer pictures in here tonight. This is Michael Whitaker. This is a 16-point buck that Michael shot on December the 2nd. So congratulations on that one. That one's going to be tough to beat right there, buddy. All right, our next picture. This is Carter Bass out of Middle Tennessee, and this is a nice 8-point buck that he took with his dad hunting on opening weekend of rifle season. So congratulations, Carter. And you probably know this young man right here. This is Deacon Blair, our little buddy, and this is a doe that he shot, I guess it's been about 3 or 4 weeks ago, Anthony, hunting with his dad, Dayton, and Brandon and Archie Faircloth. They all do a lot of hunting together.
I can tell that's not where he said he was going to hunt that
one night. He had to go to the woods. I told you he would, didn't I?
He had to go to the woods for that one.
Congratulations on that one, Deacon. And here at the end of this is a special one here. This is George Thomason. Now, Bill Hart, he's a good buddy of ours, and he's over at Sneed Fishing Products. And this is his stepdad, George Thomason. This is his very first buck ever.
Really?
And he decided he wanted to try out deer hunting, and Bill took him out. Said they didn't hunt 30 minutes, and this buck come out, and he was able to get his first one ever. So congratulations on that one, George, and hopefully he can get out and get him another one, you know, before the season's over. But, you know, we talk about getting people started and getting them their first deer, first fish. It doesn't matter how old they are, does it?
No, it don't.
If you can get somebody out there for the first time, get them out there.
Because it's addicting.
It is. You can send your pictures to us here at 474 James Robertson Parkway, or get them to me on Facebook, and I'll get them here on the show just as quick as we can. All right, guys. Well, let's talk a little bit here. I'm gonna go to Jaxon first here. Now, Jaxon, y'all told me y'all have fished together now for 4 years. So in those 4 years, is there any tournament or lake in particular that stands out in your mind? A favorite lake or a favorite event that you like to fish each year?
Well, we've fished so many lakes. It's been a real honor going and fishing all the lakes we have. But I'd probably have to say that either Pickwick 2017 during the high school world finals, either that one or down in Lay Lake down in Alabama. We had a really good couple days down there a couple years ago.
Yeah, so y'all like getting to travel around, check out new water and things like that, places you hadn't been.
Right.
Now, Chase, if y'all get down there, it's day one. Let's say, I know you've been to Pickwick, but let's say you're at Pickwick, you've never been there before, or another new lake, you've never been there before. Day one of practice, what are you going to start out doing?
Well, I'd check the water current, the water flow, because it's on the Tennessee River chain, and I'd check the water level. And right now, I'd start off cranking or throwing an A-rig. Right now, this time of year, I start off in creek mouths throwing an A-rig, or I like fishing bluffs. Fishing bluffs is one of my favorite things. And I'll get a little crankbait. I'll start chunking a crankbait on the bluff and winding it off of it.
Well, I got a question. When y'all go to a new place like that, or if you're fishing a tournament, do y'all both start out the same thing or using something different to try to key on what they're biting the best?
Most of the time we'll use something different just to, because if it's somewhere new, I think it'd be crazy to use the same thing.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah, cover as much water as possible in the shortest amount of time you can.
Probably different depths. One of you's going to be higher up, one of you deeper, maybe slower and faster.
Like he said, he likes fishing bluff. He's more of a slow down finesse fisherman. I really like cranking, hard power fishing.
So you're more of a power fisherman.
I'm more of a power fisherman.
See, that's what makes us work pretty good together, because I like slowing down and fishing like a shaky head or something like that, and he's always like cranking something. For instance, like when we was down at Lay Lake, like he was talking about, it was a tough few days, and we finally found a place. And the first day of the tournament, I was dragging a jig. It was an old pipe is what it was, a little water coming out of it, and we found it. and I was dragging a jig off of it, and every few minutes, we had 5 little ones in the box. Well, he would throw a swim bait in there and fire him up, catch a small one and fire him up, and I throw a jig in there behind him and catch one every time.
Yeah.
I mean, and we caught everything in the box that day, and we got 14th out of, it was over 200 boats in that tournament, I think, and we qualified for nationals and that.
That's a good day right there, guys.
Oh, yeah.
That's a real good day. So, y'all know obviously a lot about fishing. I fully agree myself that within a few years we'll all see both of you guys on, fishing professionally. This started somewhere. Jaxon, how about you? When did this all start for you?
When I was 2 years old, my granddad took me down to the pond, and I'd been wanting, just say fish. That's all I wanted to do, go fishing. He took me down there, and he had seen a pretty good fish on a bed. It was earlier in the year, and they was bedding, and he seen one sitting on the bed. He had a black buzzbait. He made the cast with the black buzzbait. He reeled it up, fish bit it. He set the hook and handed me the rod. And I fought it in. It about pulled me in a time or two. And I got it in. We took pictures with it, and it was a good fish, no doubt. It's probably 3 or 4 pounds.
Yeah.
And it just set a fire.
That was it.
It hooked you for life at that moment.
Right there.
Now you fished your first tournament when you were 6.
That's
Is that right?
Yes.
Was that the Carl Perkins? Is that what it was?
It was the Carl Perkins.
That's a fun tournament.
It is.
I enjoy fishing that one.
It is. It's been tough on us past few years.
Yeah.
But it's definitely one that you need to go out and check
Yeah,
out every.
it's a lot of fun.
every
Chase, how about you? How did you get started?
Well, I mean, I've always loved fishing as much as I could, as far as back as I can remember. And me and my dad would go out as we was camping and go catch brim all day long, and I just loved it. And well, I started going to high school with Jaxon and going to church with him and stuff. And well, I knew they was fishing. There was a Coca-Cola Classic tournament on Beach Lake in Lexington. I knew they was fishing that one, so I went up there to watch them weigh in. I'd never been to a bass tournament, and they had a good bag. I think y'all win that one.
We won it with 26 pounds and 26 ounces.
And so Nick, his granddad, invited me. He said, "Well, won't you come down there? And there's this little tournament down in Pickwick. It's called Kids First, and it's an awesome tournament. They get all the kids involved. It's all about the kids. So I went down there and fished it, and that had me hooked. The blast off, man, that blast off.
That blast off's fun,
It
isn't
still gets me. I love the blast off, and it had me hooked after that. We ended up, we get second or we win that one?
We lost that tournament by by 9,000th of an ounce, or 900th of an ounce.
That's still a pretty good
like
start,
that.
considering the first time y'all fished together.
It hooked me. I've loved it ever since.
And so y'all have fished starting in 9th grade. I guess y'all same partners every time. It's always you two fishing together every time.
And we opened it up to the school a couple of years ago, but there for a while we didn't have anybody to fish with. It was just me and him to fish with.
Right.
We didn't have options. And whenever we opened it up, we had a few guys that been pond fishing, and we found them a couple captains, got them towed in the boat with some people, and got them fishing. And it really started setting fire under people whenever we started doing that.
You guys have got quite a few now. We're going to come back for more of that in just a second. Guys, we're going to go over and do this week's Product of the Week. This week's Product of the Week has been sponsored by our friends at Caney Fork Outdoors. You can stop in and see them right there at Dawson Plaza Shopping Center, or get off at the Center Hill Dam exit, head down towards the dam, and when you get to the bottom of the hill, stop in at the Big Rock Market, let them get you outfitted, and grab you one of those barbecue sandwiches while you're in there too. All right. Anthony, you recognize this hat right here?
I've got a couple.
Guys, if y'all are looking for something to get for maybe last minute Christmas gift here, this is from our buddy Wes Stone over at Tennessee Deer Hunters, and he came out with some hats back a few months ago, and he has been coming out with some different models for everybody. But I really like this one here. This is pretty neat. It's an old original Realtree, and he's got several other patterns. But if you guys will go over to Tennessee Deer Hunters on Facebook, or just look up Wes Stone, contact him. He can get you one of these, and I've got a couple different styles, and I really like all of them. But thank Wes for sending this to us. We appreciate it. And again, check out Tennessee Deer Hunters on Facebook, and you can get one for yourself.
He donated a couple dozen to the bike charity.
He did. That's right. Wes always doing something for charities. Guys, we're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we're going to open the phone lines for you. We'll have some more Southern Woods and Waters.